everyone, I just spent the last 2 hours editing a video on how to edit my videos. How do I do my short reels and TikTok videos with the same layout? And as well, over there I will show you a couple of templates that will be really helpful at the time to do it, because I learned this just afterwards. If I would have known this before, it would have saved me so much time. So I think it's quite helpful for a lot of people. If it's gonna work for you, please thumbs up and like the video. Follow if you don't follow yet. This is gonna be a private video that I'm gonna send to all of those people that want to see how I edit my videos, or if they want to learn how I edit my videos. Remember, this is just a sample and you can do it as you want, as you like. You can put it the shape you want. This is just a sample of how I do mine, right? And I find it really helpful, and I hope you really enjoy it. It's been 2 hours of doing this video that now I need to edit. So yeah, I hope this is gonna be helpful for you as it was for me. So yeah, bye. Okay, so here I have my Davinci Resolve open. All right, I do have 3 main projects that I use basically. I use the shorts for my shorts videos, I use the YouTube for my YouTube videos, and the last one I use the Twitter one for the Twitter videos, because sometimes Twitter doesn't let me upload the videos. So what I do, I just upload it into this, I render it and upload it back to Twitter. Alright, but for today I'm gonna create a new project and we're gonna start from scratch. Okay, so once we create a new project, I go to File and I go to project settings. All right, if you put 1920 by 1080, it will be just like a regular video, but for this normally I put custom. And then if you want a video to be like for reels and shorts and TikToks, you put 1080 for 1920. Okay, then I put normally 60 frames per second, because in my recordings are all at 60 frames, and my max quality of video is 1080 at 60 frames. If you put different frames and your videos are different frames, the program will automatically detect it and say, would you like to change the frame rate of these videos? And you will say yes or no. I don't know very much about what are all these things for, but what I know is I put it all at the highest, so the video will have a better quality. Alright, so now that we have our video, I do not use the cut page, firstly because I can't remember how to use a cut page. I used to know a lot about the cut page when I used to use Sony Vegas, like probably like 10 years ago. Sony Vegas was my program. I used to do a lot of videos in Sony Vegas, but I can't remember how to use Sony Vegas anymore. So then I started to create videos again, and then I started to see these tutorials of this program that was free, entirely free. You have always the premium version, but you don't need the premium version because there is so many things that you can do in the free version. And then I always use the edit page instead of the cut. So that's the edit page in here. So we're gonna start by selecting a video and just putting it here. I have a video from yesterday that was quite cool and that I wanted to edit. So normally I record all my videos, but I stop recording as soon as I have a video that I like. So you see this video is 37 minutes, but I know that the last part of my video is gonna be the part that I want to edit. Before I start with anything else, I'm gonna tell you quickly key binding that I have, that it helped me a lot and it saved me a lot of time. So I go to keyboard customization, and here you can customize all your like key bindings and stuff. If you don't know a key binding, you can check it out here as well. So basically I go to, I think it's timeline. All right, yes, it's timeline. You go to timeline and split clip. I have it binding because I have a short keyboard. I think it's 80 or 60% keyboard. I don't have like all the F1, F2 and all of these keys. So I put the split clip in this key, which is next to my Z if you have a short keyboard. All right, and that saved me a lot of time. So basically I can go here, I press that key and it will cut the video into pieces. All right, Control Z if you want to go backwards. So basically if you, okay, another important tool is this. This is the link selection. All right, if you have this activated, all your video will be selected, all right? Your video and your audio, right? If you don't have this selected, when you click it, you will click only the video, that makes sense, or only the audio, if you want to remove just the audio, all right? So I will have it linked just because, just be careful, because when it's already is selected, I have all selected. So I will leave it here because I know here is when this action starts, right? Yeah, I will leave it there. I will split the clip, and then you have two options. You can press remove like this, which is the key on top of your enter, right? But if you do this, you will still have all this timeline empty there, right? This will be helpful, depends. Sometimes you just want to do something else in between. But for example, if I cut it, I select it, and I press del next to the you know where is all these like page down and page up buttons on your big keyboard. If you press del, ta-da, it will put this at the beginning of your timeline, basically. And now instead of having 40 minutes of timelines, you have 2 minutes of timeline. That is your clip, right? Okay, I'm gonna unselect this because I just want to take this piece of clip in here. All right, so now we can start to edit the video. Okay, and throughout this video I'm gonna show you a couple of templates that will be very useful for you. It was really useful for me and the way I do my layouts, right? So first of all, I have a couple of I don't know, let's call it lines because I don't know how to speak English, right? I've got one for the, let's call it background. Okay, if you click the video and press alt, you keep pressing alt and you move the video upwards, it will duplicate it. Okay, you can do that as many times as you want to duplicate the video. And I'm gonna do that again and again and again, because one will be for the background, one will be for the let's call it preview. Okay, you can call it whatever you want. One, I'm gonna put it up. This one is gonna be for the motion blur, I'm gonna call it. Don't worry about this, we will worry about this later. One will be for the weapon HD. I'm gonna do another one. Wait, sorry. Remember that you do this by pressing alt, okay? Alt and move, alt and move. Another will be for the character HD. And I forgot one, which will be for my camera. Wait. Okay. So these are all the, how do you call this? All the videos thingies that I use. And this is what I go through just after. Okay. For the background, okay, for the background. So basically my first video is normally for the background, okay. So I right click that, I open in Fusion page, okay. Then I add the blur. So I check here, blur. Oh, sorry, I press space. I check in here, blur, okay. And then you've got different type of blurs. You can use the one that you like. I normally use this one. Having selected, if you select this is the media out, this is the media in, this is where it starts, this is when it's finished, okay. Select the media in and press blur, okay. Now you have these little thingies are called nodes. So you've got your blur node, which in here you will be able to modify it basically. So you can get the blur size, how blurry do you want it, okay, that's that, and how much blended do you want it as well, okay. Me, I normally leave it on default and just blur it this one out a little bit, okay. You can put it as you like, and then you have different type of slot. You have box, palette, multi-box, fast Gaussian. I like Gaussian, just regular. Then you select your media one, Okay, you select your media one and you go here, this is background, and then you add the background. Okay, now here in your notes, I'm gonna put that more close to that and that to that. So on your background, you select your background, and now you can edit how dark you want it, basically. So that is how it will look, your video. And this will be my background, right? That is gonna be my background. You can put it again, you can put it as again as you like. You can have it like that, you can have it like that. So I select the media in, and then I go to here and I put a matte control. Okay, what this will do, the matte control will work as if it was my media in, right? And let's say for every single adjustment that you do here, you can save it, so you don't need to do this all the time. So what do? You select all your nodes like this, you right click on them, okay, then you go to macro and you go to create macro. Okay, here you can put the name, you can change the name of your macro. On me, I'm gonna put background sample. I'm gonna put sample just for the fact that I already have this setting saved. Okay, I already have this setting saved. Okay, then this that you see here, a lot of things you won't understand, but this is to see what is that you want to change when you got your setting. I'm gonna show you that after, but for the moment, for the background, I'm gonna save in the blur, the alpha, the blur size, and the blend, and the filter as well. Yes, the filter as well. Okay, which are all these settings here, so you will be able to edit all these settings. This is in the blur, and in the background you will want to put, so the type, the color, alpha is here, so that's the alpha, that's the one that you want to select. Okay, now if you know how to read this, let's say if you know how to read this, okay, this basically will be, let's say this is your alpha adjustment, is 0.331. How did I find it? Because I know it's 0.331, right? That's your adjustment in there. Then I go to here and I click file and I go save as a group. Then I go one step back to Fusion and I search here templates. Then I go to edit and effects, and then I name it, and the name that I'm gonna put is the same name, just because I don't want to get confused. Background sample was background sample dot setting. Okay, there we go. And then now I save it, then I close this, and then I can close this. I go back to my page. One moment, I'm gonna remove this so you can be able to see how my video look like. That is the video. That is how the video will look like. Okay, but now if I go to my toolbox, if I go to my effects, this is the one that we just have done, is a background effect, like blurry background dark effect, let's say. So for example, I'm gonna show this video and I move this one onto this one, ta-da, it will do the effect for me. I press Ctrl Z because I don't want that. And now what I do, I select this one, I put a little bit of zoom, maybe something like that. That can cover the whole. To do this is with the mouse button, the mouse wheel up and out, and then you can see. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, that's the first step. That's how I do my first step. Then for the preview, I just take the original video, that's it, and I put a little bit of zoom in it until I cannot see my own camera, like my own camera here. But that is personal taste. This is how you want it, this is how you like it. Okay, this is the zoom. Okay, this is the zoom. Then this is the position Y, which is the vertical position, and this is the horizontal position, okay? I don't want to personally touch the horizontal position unless I'm doing something differently. A trick that I will show you in case you want to learn a little bit more really quick. Let's say, for example, if you double click this, it will bring it to the original one, okay? And another trick that I want to show you as well is that if you press this at the beginning of your video, okay? That's my video selected. Be careful, make sure you're not selecting any other video but the one that you want to edit. Let's say I am at the beginning of my video and I'm like this. I press this little button thingy here and I do like this. I move it until the point that I want to move it. And let's say I want to zoom it like that so it looks like that, and then I'm gonna put it like this, and then I'm gonna take it back to the original. So it will create like little saving spots, let's say. So now it will go a bit slow just because until this red line here is blue, it will be a bit slow. It's like rendering. It's still rendering, but it will look like it's zooming in slowly and then it's zooming out slowly. But anyways, that's something I just wanted to show. But yeah, until this red line here is not blue is because it's not rendered in place, and it sometimes take a long time. So you will see the video like look very laggy, you know. So yeah, let's say here, yeah, you will see the video a bit laggy, you can see. Anyway, that's my preview. For my preview, I do something like that. You can do as you like. I put a little bit of zoom, and then because I have my camera here and the UTFT logo there as well, this you can play with this as you want. Basically, you can play with this as you want. Let's say we want to do something like that. I'm gonna do a simple one. After, you can do as you want, okay? Let's say you want to do that. That's gonna be your video, okay? We talk about this later. And then my weapon HD, okay? My weapon HD, that's my original video there. That's my original video there. So I'm going to right click and open in Fusion page again, okay? That is my weapon HD. That is what I want to do. That is what I want to cut. So having selected my media in, okay, because it's a rectangular, it's not that it has any weird shape like the right here. That's gonna be in the next one. I'm gonna go to this polygon button in there. So I'm gonna select it, but be careful because when you have the media in selected, it will do like that, and until you don't do this, it won't show. Make sense? So just be careful. I'm gonna remove this. Don't select your media. Just don't select your media. Just take this and put it in there. Then select your polygon, and then you do a click, a click, a click, 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 and ta-da! You have the shape. Now, if you take this little blue thingy here and move it onto there you go. Look, that is your weapon thingy. Okay, that's it. Super easy. And that is gonna be my weapon HD, which you can see is very little here. But now I go to zoom it. Be careful because sometimes you can lose it. And I go, I play with it. I start to zoom it. You see? You will look something like that. Okay? But that's why I forgot. That's why I put this one a little bit more up, because I have my weapon HD and everything down below here. And I just put it in place of how I want it. I think a little bit more small, because on the other side I will put this layout. You, as I said before, this layout you put it as you want. this is just an example I'm doing for you guys. Okay, that's that. So now we're gonna do the the character HD. This is a bit more complicated. I'm gonna open it in Fusion page. Yeah, don't worry about this. I mean, some people, this is like a second screen where you can see the things, but I don't know how to use it, so I don't bother. Okay. I'm gonna put that like that. This is in fit. I can put it at 100%. My only thing with this is I don't know how to get here. I don't know how to get here. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna leave it at 100%, and then unselect the media in. Don't have it selected, because if not, just gonna screw yourself. And the one that you wanna select is again the same that I did before. This one here, the polygon. Okay, and I'm gonna go through the edges. I just click, all right? I just click. But realize yourself, a moment, I will go back, that if you do a click from here, this is like a Photoshop effect, okay? If you haven't used this tool in Photoshop, well, maybe you should. Okay, when you have this clicked and you move it like this, you can do round shapes. So let's do, let's say, you know, do you see? You can adjust it, but this is when I have it clicked. If I just do like that and not move it, if I keep pressing, it will move it. If I don't press nothing, it will do like that. I don't know if I'm explaining myself, but I hope you guys are understanding me at least. This is gonna be a very long video. I hope it will be helpful for you. So I will just do the basic lines first, just because it's easier. This is if you have a shape on your HD, if you want to put your HD as well. I like to put my HD, and I like to show my wraith thingy made by Recency, okay? If you click these notes here, you can at least fix it a little bit. Not that it's gonna be perfect. It will never be perfect for me. But something is something, and at least if you want to learn more in depth, you can always go to YouTube, you know. Now that we have this selected, again, I go to the media in and I put it in there, and ta-da! That's my wraith, which is here in very little. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna zoom it, but I don't want to lose it, because if I zoom it a lot, I don't know what it's gonna be. And yeah, maybe something like that. That will do. Okay, and lastly, we do the same with the camera. Okay, I'm gonna do the same with the camera. I'm gonna go right click, go to open in Fusion page, and this time I'm gonna use this one. Unselect your media in, unselect this one, and put your camera in there. Put this time this one, the rectangle, and then you put this one in the middle, and then you go to width and you start to edit how much width you wanted. Okay, me, I play with it. I play with it. It's because if you use this one, the lines may not be straight, and I hate things that are not straight, okay? And then just that one, a little bit. I think that will do. No, a little bit more high. Yeah, now it will work. You can see the logo, you can see my name. This to move horizontally, this to move vertically. Okay, and then the same again, you pass it over, and that's your camera in there. That's your camera, everything else has been cut. And then again, I just zoom it, zoom it, zoom it, zoom it, the size I want, and then I just put it up. Ta-da! I want it more in the middle. I know my middle is, I don't know where my middle is, okay, because I don't know how to see the middle here, but my guides for the middle is this. As long as you don't move your, let's say, one moment, saving. As long as you don't move your preview this side, okay, if you move this, you're screwed. So I don't like to move that. I'm gonna put it back at 0, 0. There we go. That will be my middle guide. That will be my middle guide. So I go to my camera and I'm gonna put this even. And ta-da! There you go. You have your video done here. Then you have little things you can add. Me, for example, I have my UTFT logo over here, and I have my camera on one side and the UTFT logo in the other side. Then I have my HUDs a little bit up and then a title on the bottom with an outline. Okay, if you want to learn how to do outlines, I can quickly show you if you want. We can use I'm gonna use the same video. I'm gonna delete this and let's take a piece of video. I'm gonna cut this and I'm gonna cut that and I'm gonna remove and remove, and let's say I'm gonna put it next to it just to show you really quick. Okay, so I'm gonna do Control C to this click video here. I'm gonna go to that one here, to this one here. I'm gonna select it and I'm gonna put Alt V, okay? And then over here, you click everything, not the read time effects. Be careful, because let's say you are editing a video and you have a speedy part or you have a part in slow motion, and if you copy the slow motion, it will be passed on to the next video. You don't want that, okay? But I want the same size, the same height, the same zoom, the same position that the previous video, just for the camera, let's say, okay? And then I go to apply, and this is how the video will look like, okay? This is how the video will look like at first, because then I go right click, open in Fusion page, then I go to my rectangle, I go Control C, I go back, I go right click on my new video, open in Fusion page, and Control V. Ta-da! And this is my new video, how it will look like. You see, that's cool and quick. Okay, so what I was gonna show you. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to really quickly do like an outline effect. This outline effect, I like to use it for everything, even for the text layout. This is just completely up to you. If you want to do it. If you don't want, well, up to you, as I said. So I go right click, I open in Fusion page. Okay, you have your media in and your media out as per usual. This time I put 2 viewers, so I can see both of my what am I doing. Okay, to see what you're doing, you can just press it and it will show here. Move it there, it will show there. Okay, but anyways, unselect everything, go to background, move it in here, go to matte control, move it in here. Okay, and then the background, you will slide it to matte control. That will do. This is how your background look like. Okay, just slide this one onto this screen and it will show here. The background will be black color, but you want it on green. Then you press OK, right? Then you move the matte control to the other screen, and the media in, move it to the gray button thingy here, which is called the garbage matte. Okay, and it will show like the shape of the picture, okay, if that makes sense. Then, having selected the matte control, you press Control space to open the selecting tool, and you find here, you look for delta keyer, okay? Then you open the delta keyer and then you press add, okay? Then with delta keyer selected, move it to the screen and it will look black. You can see what the delta keyer look like, okay? Then on the delta keyer, having the delta keyer selected, grab this little thingy here, which we will put it on the green color. And ta-da! Your green color is absolutely gone. And this is something that you can just use. You can just use for the delta keyer. You can just use the delta keyer, let's say if you want to put a meme, or if you want to put a picture that you have with the green background, whatever, or a video that you have with the green background, you can use always the delta keyer to do that, and it will remove the green background. Then on the delta keyer, you go to the matte tab. Then here, you can choose the color that you want. Let's say I want to put it in purple, and I'm gonna press OK, right? And then in the hero dilate, you will see the thickness of your outline, basically. But it doesn't look like my color, right? It doesn't look like the color I just selected. When to fix it, you just go to hard color and ta-da, that looks more like the color I selected. Then the thickness is completely up to you, okay? That's completely up to you. I'm gonna leave it like that, for example. Then I'm gonna select my media in again, and I'm gonna move it all the way to the gray button in here again. Ta-da! And there you have your outline, which you can still change the thickness of it, right? And in order to have your outline in your video, the only thing you need to do is you take this little, the output of your delta keyer, okay? And you move it to the output of the media, to this button here. And ta-da! You have your outline in there. Then to save it, what you do, you select all of your nodes except the media in and the media out, because you don't want to select the media in and the media out. If not, it's gonna put the same video all the time. So you select this here, you right click it, you do the same, you go to macro, you go to create macro. Then over here, very important, on delta keyer, you will put the erode dilate, which is here. You change it the name to, let's say, outline thickness, okay? And you select it, change the blur as well, and the color as well. Replace color, that one there. Replace green and replace blue as well. This is for you to be able to edit all of these adjustments later, basically. And then you do the same, you name it. I'm gonna put outline sample, okay? Then you go to file, then you go to save as group, and then you go to fusion, then you go to templates and edit and effects, and you put it a name and you save it, okay? I'm not gonna save it just because I already have all of this, okay? So let's say I go to my toolbox, I go to my effects, and then you will find it somewhere, not yet, no, don't show this again. And you will find it somewhere in your effects, okay? Me, for example, oh bananas, I have it here. That's my outline effect. If you do right click, you can add it to favorites, so you don't need to search for it all the time. So I have it on my favorites, which is here, okay? So the only thing you need to do is drag it on top and you will have an outline. Then you go to effects here, and then you can change the thickness of it, you see? You can change the thickness. And the blur as well. I don't want blur, and the color of it. You see? So that is how I edit my videos. And then normally on my Weapon HD, I will put an outline. On my outline will be effects. I'm gonna change the thickness. I'm gonna put it like that maybe. Yeah, I think like that looks okay. Then I will do the same. What is the thickness of my outline is 0.0044. I'm gonna maybe put it a bit more. Maybe like that. 0.007. I'm gonna do the same here, and I'm gonna go effects 0.007. There we go. That is just an example, huh, guys? And then I go to my camera, and then I go to outline, and then I go to effects, and then I go 0.007. And now everything has the same outline. Then I think the background is not as black as I wanted, so I'm gonna go here and yeah, just a moment. I'm gonna erase all of this because I already have it, right? Where was my background? background sample was it, the one that we did. So I'm gonna add my background sample and I'm gonna go to effects, and because I want it more dark, so I'm gonna put it like that. Okay, I want it more dark so my video can really contrast really good. And you've got blur size, more blurry or not more blurry? I think that more blurry. That looks just perfect. And then completely up to you if you want to add a text layer, let's say text. Yeah, when you go to titles, well, you have this one, which as you can see, I already have it on my favorites, which is here. Let's say, okay. And I'm gonna put title in this video. I'm gonna put 6678 A versus, and I'm gonna call it double squad wipe. Double squad. Which font on settings? Which font I'm gonna put? Which is the font that I normally use? I can't remember. Burbank. I like that one. Burbank. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna put double squad wipe. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna leave that size. I'm gonna go to settings and I'm gonna zoom it, and that's gonna be my title. These things you can, again, you can put it where you want, really. It's not that there has to be a place where you need to put it exactly. But me, I'm gonna put it there, and then I'm gonna go to my effects that I already put in favorites, and I'm gonna go my outline. That's it. I added my outline. I go to my effects and I change the thickness. I'm gonna put it, maybe I even put it on yellow. Yellow, how does it look in yellow? Doesn't look good in yellow, is it? Nah. I'm gonna leave it in my purple. Double squad wipe. I'm gonna go to video, and then I'm gonna zoom it a little bit more tiny, just because I'm gonna go to my camera. This is just an example. This, you do it again, you play with it, you do it as you want. It's not that you must do it like this. This is completely up to your own imagination, you know. It's like, yeah. And there you go. That's the video. What I like to do in my videos is I like to put an ending edge of 20 seconds, I think it is. So I go to my toolbox, I go to video transitions, and then the most normal one for me is the blur dissolve, which is in my favorites. That's the one that I always use, and I put it at the end of every video for like 20 seconds, and I do the same with all the videos. Blur dissolve, blur dissolve, blur dissolve, blur dissolve, blur dissolve for like 20 seconds. Okay, that's what I do. And in the text as well. In the text, did I put it in the text? Okay, perfect. Now I go, let's say, and then I will just go to this little window here and then like save my project and renderize it. But I'm gonna show to you, before saving it, I'm gonna show to you how I do my videos. Okay, exactly how I do my videos. So this is how I did it. I know it was very long, but it's worth saving it. This is how you edit your first video. The second video will be so much easier. Okay, so I'm gonna show you that, and for that I'm gonna go to File, open the project manager, and I'm gonna open my shorts. Ooh, this is the easy, kind of nice, fun part of editing, because now that I have my main video done and how I want it, I want every single video to be the same. If I'm talking about short videos, if you're doing YouTube videos, I mean, you can apply all these things for the normal YouTube videos as well. This is just my tip and trick for the shorts and reels and TikToks, just because it makes my life easier. Okay, I know it looks messy, alright? I know it does look really messy. It does look really, really messy. So normally, sometimes I do a couple of videos at the same time, okay? I do a couple of videos at the same time. So let's do a couple of videos at the same time so I can show you as well how to render a couple of videos at the same time. So let's put a couple of clips here. I'm gonna put 2 clips just because I don't want to do many. I'm gonna, but no, I cannot use this one because this is from G4. So for G4 experience, for G4 videos, I have this layout because I don't have my camera. For Twitch clip videos, I have this layout just because I have my camera. So I have always 2 different layouts. But anyways, you can do as you like. I'm gonna put this one, and I'm gonna put the one that I'm gonna upload today, which is saved here. Bear with me. Oh, I remember that I didn't show you how to do the motion blur. The most important thing, I didn't show it to you guys. Oh my god, I'm sad. No worries, I will show it to you now. Okay. So, I'm gonna put that video there, but it's just the end of the video, the one that we want. I'm gonna put this, so I select both of the clips. I'm gonna press my split clip, and I'm gonna press del, and I remove the whole thingy. Okay, so I'm gonna edit these 2 videos, okay? I'm gonna press this one again because I don't want it linked. I don't want to link it, because if I link it, every time I press Alt and move it, oh, sorry, my bad. If I have both selected and press Alt and move it, the audio is again doubled, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna unclick that. I'm gonna click my videos, and I'm gonna press Alt and I move it. Oh, bananas. Alt and I move it. Alt and I move it. I leave a space for my thingy. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's how I do. I'm gonna take my old video, which is this one. Don't worry about the media offline, it's because I delete these videos, that's why it looks like that, but I still can use it. What am I gonna do? This is fun and easy. It's gonna take you very little time. Once you have your original template, just press the click, Ctrl+C, and then Alt+V. Alt+V will bring you this one. Remember to untick this, okay? It's very important, and then apply. Same one for the other one, Alt+V and apply. Then I go to my other video, sorry, and I press Ctrl+C, Alt+V, and I apply, Alt+V, and I apply. Then I go to this one, and then I press Ctrl+C, and then Alt+V, and I apply, select Alt+V, and apply. And the same for the rest of the videos as well. Ctrl+C, Alt+V, apply, Alt+V, apply. This is how it will originally look. A bit messy, not a bit messy, but because we don't have the cuts from the Fusion page. For the normal video and the background is okay because we don't have any cuts in there. But for the camera, I go right click, open in Fusion page on the old template. I only press the rectangle and press Ctrl+C. Then I go back to my edit page and I go right click to my new video, open in Fusion page. It will open it in Fusion page, and having selected media in, press Ctrl+V. And ta-da! It will do that. And the same for the new video, and then we will have our camera. Then the same for the Weapon HD and the Legend HD. So I'm going right click, open in Fusion page. I select my polygon shape. I go to my other new video, open in Fusion page, and Ctrl+V. And the same, right? And the same for my Legend HD, open in Fusion page. I Ctrl+C, and then I go open in Fusion page, Control V. Then I got here, open Infusion page, Control V. That's it. And this is how my video will look like with the outline and everything. You see? That's so easy. So easy. Oh, that was nice. And then, well, I just take these two and put it onto my videos. I select both of them, Alt, and pass it to the next video. And then this will bring this is some extras that I like to add, which is the UTF-T logo and the title as well. For the title of this one, I'm gonna call it party. I'm gonna call it Party in the House. Party in the House. I'm gonna call it, just let's put something funny, because if not, and then the difficult part. Okay, you have something which is called adjustment clip. So basically, if you go to effects, okay, you have in here the adjustment clip. So for example, if I put an adjustment clip here, if I put an adjustment clip here, everything that you do in this adjustment clip, if this adjustment clip is on top of this and this, everything that you do here will edit this and this video together. I don't know if that makes sense, but if I put the adjustment clip on the very top, it will edit this one, and this one as well. But I don't want to edit those ones, because the only thing I want to edit is my video here, my main video, my normal video. Okay, but before that, so you have your adjustment clip here. Before that, I need to create a motion blur effect for you guys, because I didn't show that to you. The same done we did with the outline, and the same done with that we did with the blurry background. We're gonna do the same for motion blur effect. So I'm just gonna take a random video. Okay, let's take this one. I'm gonna take a random video. Okay, and we're gonna open it in the Fusion page. That is my random video. Okay, then over here, unselect the media in and press Shift the space, and we search for optical flow, and then add it. Then on the optical flow selected, you press again Shift the space. One moment, is saving. Shift the space, and we search for vector motion blur, and then you add it. Okay, then you put the media into the optical flow. You put the media into the optical flow, and the vector motion blur, you pass it onto the media out, and that will give you that motion blur effect. Basically, already you have the motion blur effect. On the advanced page of the optical flow and on the vector motion blur, you can change the scale as well. If you want more motion blur or less motion blur, I'm gonna leave it as default. Okay, and to save this, you're gonna press media in, matte control. Okay, and then you're gonna select all of this one, all the three of them. Right click, and we do the same. Macro, create macro. Then over here on vector motion blur, you want to save the scale, and then you go again, you name it, you put it a name, blah 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 blah. You go to file, save as group, Fusion, templates, edit, effects, and you name it. You put whatever you want. I'm gonna cancel, save, change to no. I'm gonna cancel it, and I'm gonna remove this. Okay, because I already have this effect, so I don't wanna do that again. So once you have, now we go back to where we were. Once you have your adjustment clip, you search for your effect in your toolbox. Okay, I already have it, which is here, and you bring it there. This motion blur effect slows your PC a lot, okay? You will know that you have the effect on there because you can go here, okay? And here you will be able, well, I didn't select the scale in here, but you will be able to adjust the scale of the motion blur for your video. And then, as I said before, I like to put some sort of like blur dissolve at the end of my videos. So I'm just gonna do that really quick. And on the voice, I like to do that as well. This is like a degrade of the voice as well. And I will add, I'm just make sure it's in all the videos. And I will add like this little like motion blur at the end of the video to finish. It goes really slow because, as I said, look of this red line. Until the red line is not blue, it means that it's not rendered, but this can take ages just because you put the motion blur. Something I have extra in my video, if you want to know and if you want to, you know, check it out or whatever, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna just copy. I'm gonna open it in Fusion page really quick. On the Fusion page you will have a lot of tools, so I use something that is glow. Sorry, I'm gonna have the media in selected and I add glow. So with this you can play as you want, glow size like this, more, less, and then a lot of glow, not a lot of glow, blended, not blending it. I have this glow effect in all my videos. This is something cool that you can add. Of course, this is completely as you like, but I already have it from my previous videos, so that's how it's gonna look. So now to render two videos at the same time, so you go to the beginning of your video, you mark it in, you go to the end of your video, you mark it out, okay? Then you go to the ending, the delivery page, let's call it delivery page. Zoom it, because this is very annoying. Every time it put you 1 second in black. So what you do is you don't want that second in black for your video afterwards. Then you put a title and you save it on the folder that you want. Let's put a sample, proceed on your folder, and then you save it. Remember, this format is MP4 H.264. Don't change your resolution. And me, I have it restricted to 160,000. Why? Because the bitrate of my videos is very high. So let's say on this is my original videos, okay? I go to my properties, and somewhere in your properties it'll tell you how much bitrate your videos have and how many frames your video have, okay? So for the quality, you should put 3 or 4 times more the amount of bitrates that you have on your original videos. You should put it here. So I put like 10,000 times, 10 times more. I put 160,000 instead of 16,000. So your video will be in a really good quality. That's why I have it restricted. Then encoding profile high, and then you add it. Sorry, I'm gonna clean this for you guys. You add it to your render queue. Okay, that's one video. It's not rendering just yet because I want to render a couple of videos at the same time, as I said before. You mark it in and you mark it out. I have an issue with this video, right? The issue with this video is that Instagram only lets you put 1 minute videos, so probably I will end up cutting this video a little bit. I'm not gonna do that right now because I want to finish this like kind of editing video. It's been an hour and 39 minutes I've been doing this, guys. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm gonna need to edit this after. And so in order to do that, we do the same. We go here and you see, that's this weird stuff. So make sure it's at the end of your screen, because if not, it's gonna cut the video there. That's for the beginning. That's for the end. and then you name it sample you browse it wherever you want, save, and add to render queue. Then you do that, you select all of your clips that you want to render, and you press render all. And this will take a long time just because you added motion blur to the videos. If you don't add motion blur to the videos, it will take 30 seconds, okay? But because you added motion blur and you are saving, like renderizing 3 or 2 or 5, 7, 10 videos, how many videos you want, it will take a little bit more if all your videos have motion blur. And that's it.